And when you look at like sadness in the movie, you know, the scene that I sent you, I love, that's like my favorite scene, with Bing Bong, and she's holding the space for him, acknowledging his emotions, and like, yeah,
His loss,
I
what he
do
lost.
hear
Yeah.
that. You know, I want to honor. It's like you honor people's emotions, and she honored that he was feeling sad, that, you know, he was going through this period of, you know, like he was sad about the fact that this rocket that him and Riley played with like went over to the abyss of whatever. I don't even remember what it's called. Is it the abyss of
Yes.
nothingness?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Lost, just
amazing
totally
what I,
gone.
yeah.
I don't think
And
our memory's
so
ever totally gone, but it was gone. He
I think
lost
it
something that he
just
couldn't get
goes
back.
to the depths because it's still within the mind, but it goes to the depths of you just kind of, it's very deeply rooted in the subconscious mind. But she's sitting there and like holding the space for him and just acknowledging and honoring, like, yeah, that would be, I recognize and see how that would be upsetting that you're having to transition and move away from what you, that core memory that he had with her that was filled with joy, you know.
With
And so
Riley,
there's
yes.
sadness about that. And also too, that scene highlights how um the parts of our childhood we still carry with us, but
Hmm.
we don't always tap into that. And I always kind of look at that scene as like Bing Bong was still there and rocking with Riley, and Riley wasn't really connecting with Bing Bong in that way because she was evolving and transforming in her life. Uh, and so that kind of highlighted the sadness of that reality too. But she just really holds the space to honor and meet people where they are. I think that is the spiritual connection of sadness
Yeah.
at the base level of it. Of course, it's very very layered. What do you think?
I agree. It's definitely that. It's just a part of who we are in essence. Dismissing it, I don't think really serves us any well,
Mm.
as I've come to recognize and realize. But uh, Bing Bop was afraid of, and I think we had this fear where fear kind of comes in. Was afraid and sad about that. Riley would not remember him. And so that was the biggest
Ooh,
thing, is that he would be forgotten in her memories,
yeah,
as her real good friend when she was younger. And of course she evolved. And so at the time that sadness was approaching and joy, me was like, oh, sadness, what you doing? Where you going? And oh, she's like, no,
yeah,
no, no, no. And so what transpired with Joy and the understanding that goes back and forth with them is that once she acknowledged, as you said, him and allowed him to speak, and most of us have not had the opportunity to really share how somebody comfort us. And for me, without somebody coming back with their own stuff, Sadness was just there to listen. She understood. And so Joy is she's kind of like this, but she's paying attention. And then after he is able to voice Bing Bong, then Joy's over there, and then he's like, I'm ready to go. And then Joy's like, oh.
yeah.